Hi everyone, just doing a quick video today to show you how to save seeds from a pepper. I didn't have a garden this year, but I did plant a few pepper plants and grow them out of my sunroom this summer. And this is the last of my harvest, more or less. This is a hot Hungarian wax pepper. Normally you would pick these when they're yellow and eat them. But if you want to save seeds, you have to wait until they're fully mature and red like this one. Peppers, you can save the seeds pretty much all the same way as this one. It's fairly simple. What I do is I just take the pepper and I cut the top off. A small knife. Now this is fairly mild as hot peppers go, so I'm not going to worry about wearing gloves or anything like I would when I'm doing a habanero. And just pull the top off. And inside there you see seeds, and there's going to be some inside the pepper itself too. Now inside here, if you can see it here, inside this area here is where all the seeds are attached to. Is a little white pithy thing, and that's called the placenta, and all the seeds are stuck to that. What you do is you take your little knife, and I just scrape the seeds out from the inside. And you want to do this while the pepper is fresh. When you pick it off the plant, some people will say to dry the peppers and then take the seeds off them after they're dry, but I've found that you actually get better seeds, better looking seeds, if you take them while the pepper's fresh and don't dry the pepper out first. I think drying it inside the pepper can dry out the seeds, and then they come out kind of dark and weird looking, so I always do it this way. You just go in there with your knife and just gently scrape the seeds out. Here they can see. And you can place them, don't put them on a paper towel because they'll tend to stick to that. You can use I'm using a wax coated paper plate, but you could also use a foam plate, something that moist things won't stick to too well, because you want to let these dry because they're pretty moist. You see, you get a fair amount of seeds out of just one little pepper. And I had a fair amount of these peppers this year. Alright, looks like I got all the seeds out of there. Now the top I'll just throw away. But this part of the pepper, the bottom, after I pull the seeds out, I'll save this and use it in a salad or something. And just gently scrape the seeds out of there too. I like to separate them a little bit so they don't stick together too much on the plate while they're drying. And there's usually a few seeds that stick to the ribs inside the pepper. That's why you have to kind of scrape them out of the bottom part as well. You can see down in there there's still a few seeds. If you want, you can also just cut the ribs off the pepper, but usually I don't need to do that. And that's really all there is to saving seeds out of pretty much any kind of pepper. Now if you have a really hot pepper, like a habanero or a ghost pepper or something like that, you want to wear protective gloves, because the hot stuff really gets in your fingers. And in fact, I use gloves for my habaneros, and oftentimes the capsaicin goes right through the glove anyway onto my fingers. So sometimes I have to wear 2 layers of gloves, because if you get that stuff in your eye, you will really know it. Alright, I think we've got all the seeds out of there. So what I'll do is I take this plate and I set it aside. I have a bunch of these plates in a spare bedroom for different peppers, and let it dry for 2 or 3 days, a week, just until the seeds are dried out, and then you're ready to put them away for storage. That's all there is to it. And of course, label your plate so you don't mix up your seeds if you have different kinds. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You just set this out to dry for a few days, and then you can take the seeds and put them in whatever your storage unit of choice is. I like to put them in one of these little Ziploc baggies, and then I'll usually put that inside of one of these little paper envelopes so I can label it and write any notes on it or whatever I want. And then I have a little container where I keep all my seeds, my little seed vault. And that's it. That's all there is to saving pepper seeds.